Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is full of electronic gremlins, but hey, we got it worked out. Question: how do you make money online? Be a creator. Now, I've been talking about this for the last 3 years, and I get a lot of pushback because many of the original people, if you've been here for a minute, you know that I was a storage auction guy, and I talked about that for a few years. Then roughly around 2012, 13, I shifted. But there are many people, and a friend of mine, and I'm going to talk about this in just a minute. He explained exactly what's happening, and I got to agree. I definitely have to agree with his assessment of what's going on with this phenomena, this craziness, this madness that goes on that is my internet life. But as you know, I'm a creator and I talk about stuff. So if you want any of these courses at hustlerskungfu.com, you can go to hustlerskungfu.com and buy the individual course, or you can buy this month's special, which gets you everything on the platform that's there, everything that is coming forever and forever. And this class, which is a pre-sale, drops this Thursday. The $25 hustle. I'll talk about that in this video. If you want these courses and more, go below the video and there are all of the links plus a ton of more stuff that will help you be successful. So with that, let's jump into it. All right, this is what my friend told me. We're talking about it because I'm going to keep saying this because what's happening, I got a call this morning on this phone about a storage auction, and I don't even know how I'm going to address it because it is like 10 minutes long and it's very, very sad. Now, I was just sitting there like, okay, people. That phase of my life is over. I'm not a reseller, I'm a creator. We're going to talk about that in this video, and I'm going to talk about what my friend told me, which I had to address. I had to just go ahead and say, all right, okay, you're right. He told me this just yesterday. He said, if you remember, say it was this big booty redhead that turned you out, your first real sex, that's the first time you have sex, and that's the first time you come so hard, your balls knock together, and you be like, oh, you up in bed like, what the fuck happened to me? So say it was this big-breasted redhead that did that to you. So every time that you see a big-breasted redhead, you're reminded of that feeling, and you think that she, even though she's a completely different person, completely different walk of life, you think that that can replicate the experience. Then he's like, when you buy a unit or you flip something, and you like, I bought a unit for $1, made 62 grand, got hooked, just like, couldn't get the hook out of my mouth for years. And I understand that for a lot of you, it's scary trying to do something else. In the Facebook group I put up this morning, Gary V puts out this wonderful video that talks about this. Join the group. Link should be below the video or on another video, and you can watch it. Talks about this because essentially there are many people who feel that they can only do a certain thing. And because of their limitations, they want me to be as limited. Well, Glendon makes too many courses. Glendon makes too many videos. I'm sorry if your low expectation having ass can't keep up. That's not my problem. I refuse to adopt it. I can't say I divorced myself from the concept because I was never married to the concept. I've been talking, massive action. I'm down with the Grant Cardone 10 times X action. Do more, put more, create more. None of this old school paradigm. Well, what we're going to do is make one product a year. Then we're going to test the market. No, test. Create. None of this old school bullshit. That's why a lot of you, especially this nameless coward that likes to go around and continue to say things because he is incompetent. He can't do what I do. And that creates, unbeknownst to me when I started this, that creates a certain kind of energy because Owen talked about in one of his videos that when you're doing certain things and you're being different, people feel left behind. And they only really psychologically know where it is. But back to creating, back to moving forward and how to make money online. Let me give you my timeline and my journey of the things that I did that helped me get here. I started selling stuff online 2000, part-time here and there. Then later in 2000, just went crazy with it because as I talk about the deal I made with the furniture company, with the company I was selling their furniture, I sold a lot of that stuff online. I utilized Craigslist. So I've been doing this for a while. Now, this is the thing. If you want to make money online, because someone put it in the comment that, you know, what you're talking about when creating IP, intellectual property, that it will disappear quickly. How many damn items have you been selling on eBay then when the masses knew the margin completely disappeared? Everything changes. Everything is a challenge. Everything changes. Now, one of the big problems with people who are unable to move past this paradigm of only doing one thing is tribalism. I heard someone who also claimed that he would never ever sell information, yet recently found out today he has a video talking about how free information is harming the business. And I'm just sitting there like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. So there's a lot, and this is one of the things with tribalism. Like if you're a reseller and you say these words, I'll always be a reseller, I'll never move on. You have essentially locked yourself into something that maybe you didn't have to. That's why I've never put out this like, I'm only going to be a reseller. I never said that in my life. I thought that would be my life. I thought that would pan out that way, but it didn't. You have to leave yourself open to opportunity and leave yourself open to doing more with your life. Going back to Gary Vee's video, there are many people who reach my age who feel like, fuck it, I'm done. This is all I'm gonna do. I'm supposed to be doing this. I'm supposed to be playing golf. I'm supposed to be retired. Well, no, not retired, but close to it. Or I have vigorously rejected all those notions. I just said, fuck it. You know, I'm not on Twitter that much, but I know about Twitter. I'm not on Snapchat at all, but I know about Snapchat. I know about Vine. I know about, I'm on Tumblr. I'm on, you know, like I said, I've got an Instagram account I need to trick out some more. There are many people who come to that stuff who really don't understand the power of it because they're rooted in tribalism. This isn't for me. This is for the young folks. I have never, ever in my life ever said that this is the young folks game. Because I heard someone say this about YouTube. YouTube is for young folks. I'm like, whoa. See that tribalism and that nepotism? Well, not nepotism. That pessimistic attitude of it's so hard. I can't do it. I'm too old. I'm a woman. I'm this, I'm that. I'm black. I'm too short. All of this stuff are prisons that you put yourself in mentally. Those are your prisons and you have the key, but many people have thrown the key away and said, hey, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. This is where I'm going to be. This is my thing. This is my shit. And it's sad. It's really, really sad. But to get into it, how to make money online, the best way that I know, and one of the things that I talk about, is to be a creator of content, a creator of courses, a creator of videos, a creator of ebooks, a creator of audiobooks, a creator of online courses. Everything I said is something that I've done or currently doing or will do again, and it makes money. It makes money because I explained it last night, and I'm going to even go deeper. If you love reselling, and I'm going to keep talking about it because my name keeps coming up in these circles, even though I feel like the tractor beams on my ass. I'm trying to like go away from the black hole, but it's like, we're bringing your ass back. And I'm going to address this stuff. All right. I'm not a reseller. Don't want to be a reseller because for where I sit, for me, it's not the best way to go. Now, I understand many of you have never had any creative wins. My first book, as fucked up as it was a big creative win. It allowed me to live for 2.5 years without having to do anything else. Now, some people have never had that experience. For some people, that's like a fantasy. So I get that. But how are you ever going to experience that when you don't do it or even try, or you stay rooted in this stupid elemental bullshit? Because, like I said, yesterday I watched a bunch of videos, saw people coming back. Okay, if you do a demographic, well, not even if you do a category search of what's popular on YouTube, resale ain't even in the top 100. It's not. If you look at a lot of the guys who have channels, and there's some people who have great channels. Let's take Will, Terminal 99. Great channel, tons of information, been on for years. He just doesn't have that many views because most folks do not want to do the hard work of being a reseller. It's some hard ass work that you may not make a lot of money. If you buy wrong, all that hard work doesn't matter. Because the marketplace is like, we're only going to give you X, Y, and Z for this. But when you look at it, and one of the reasons that my channel has grown is because I talked about something else. At first it dipped down because people are like, yo, Glendon, I want that resale shit. What you talking about, this creator and this life of intent and design and this philosophy? Fuck that. I just want this resale shit because that's all my stupid ass can do. I can't think any higher than that. So you know what? I'm going to shame you and I'm going to talk about you because you are fucking making my brain hurt because I know I'm stupid, but now everyone else knows I'm stupid. Yeah, I said that because that's what it is. There's some great people in the resale community, some brilliant people in the resale community who don't have time to make all these bullshit videos because they're out there making money. And a lot of folks, because like I said, I saw this because I've been out of this for a while. I just said, fuck it. I ignored it. A lot of folks who are the instigators of angst bullshit are catching a lot of hate, and they planted those seeds. And now that the hate tree has grown up and all that rotten fruit is falling on their heads, they're like, hey, I don't want this. I want to be a hater. I don't want to be hated upon. And the shit cracks me up. Because this is the thing. Whenever the fuckery starts, because right now we're in the season of fuckery. My name's being put here and there. And that's one of the reasons I'm doing this video. It will pass because I call it the principle of elevated thinking. And that's something that's going to be in Disruptive Ronin. When this shit goes on, it's like, okay, the level of thinking, and this goes into the creator mindset, that is keeping this bullshit going on is a very basic level of thought. It's a very primal, it's jealousy, it's anger, it's hate. It's very, very fucking primal. The hind brain is in charge. It's just like, I own this shit. So what can happen, and this is something I learned, is if you engage in that bullshit versus higher elevated thought, then you in turn will reduce your brain cells, reduce your opportunities, and reduce your money. One person who got involved in that almost went bankrupt because there was too much energy invested in bullshit. Now, this is the creative mindset. How do you solve these problems? Because when I was watching the videos and I was like, well, you know what? You go ahead and talk about, because I don't really talk about, quote, the benefits of being a creator. I just like, it's good money, but I don't really talk about the benefits. And see, the hindbrain, when the hindbrain is exposed, you cannot come to the hindbrain with logic. No. Hindbrain and logic. Hindbrain like, me like, me don't like, me hate, me love. That's the hindbrain. Real simple, very primal shit. So when you're coming at with an elevated concept that requires the forebrain and the hindbrain's in charge, it's just a knuckle dragging showdown. And you're not going to penetrate the hindbrain with logic. But the hindbrain likes good, bad, feel good, not feel good. I feel good, I not feel good. So what are some of the benefits of being a creator once you're successful? Because there's an arc, there's a trajectory of stuff you got to do where you're not going to make any money while you're reiterating, creating, building stuff, putting stuff out together. It's not going to happen. It's just not. One of the benefits that I find is, someone's like, when are you going to start traveling? Okay. Unbeknownst to many people, I was in the military and I got exposed to this guy named Mandy Aguilera. Mandy exposed me to travel. So I got to go to Korea, live in Japan, live in Hawaii, UK. There was about 5 or 6 big military trips. And then Mandy and I would just there was Hickam Air Base and there was Wheeler Air Base. If I don't know if it's still how it used to work, but if you show up in your Class A's, you could take a hop. Now your ass could get booted, but you could take a hop. So we did that shit and we had all these wonderful experiences. So I don't have that travel thirst that so many people who've never been anywhere who don't have it. I don't have it. Seriously, I've been to other countries. I will go to other countries again, but it's more like 1 or 2 trips a year. I'm good. I don't really need, like I said, when I was 20, from my late teens to early 20s, I was doing that stuff, traveling, meeting different people, mingling with other cultures. I don't have that need or that thirst to do it now. Now, if travel's your thing and you love it and you like living out of a suitcase, knock yourself out. But for me, my freedom to wake up and do what the hell I want to do most days, that is this is the biggest benefit. I've mentioned this before. I got a car issue, right? There's something going on with the transmission. And I debate on, what am I going to do? Now, and it's been like this for a while because it's depending on which shop I go to, it's going to either be $3,600 or $4,200 to get the transmission rebuilt and put back in. I have been debating this for like 3 months. Now, why have I been debating this for 3 months? I don't need a car to do what I need to do. I can walk to the grocery store if I wanted to, but I don't. Like I said, I can, car is good enough to get me to the gym and the grocery store and do all this other stuff that I need to do. I don't need a car. There was a point in my life, and also, I'll even get a little deeper. I'm thinking about slamming it. It's a 740. I'm thinking about rebuilding the transmission, slamming it, put some nice rims on it, repaint it. I'm thinking about turning it into a project car. That's kind of like where I'm at because I'm debating, like, do I sell it? Because I can sell it and get good coin. I have the luxury to have this conversation because as a creator, I don't need a car. Once in my life, I had a car, a Stanza. It was actually my first car. I had to repossess it from somebody. Long story. I might talk about it one day, but not today. The fuel gauge of that car wouldn't work. It was a guesstimation on how much gas you had because sometimes it would act like it was full and it wasn't full because something was wrong with it. I remember critical junctures in my life where if I had the situation I currently have, I would have been forced to go get that sucker fixed. See, once you become a creator and start making money online as a creator, you remove certain things from your life. There are many people, because, I'll probably always have a car. Because I like driving. But there are many people who absolutely hate driving. So being an online creator, it puts me in a position where I don't have to go to my job. My commute is from the bedroom downstairs to the office. That's my commute. It's a very short commute. No pollution. So that's one of the benefits of being a creator. Now, what's another benefit? Now, this is an intrinsic benefit of creating a product or service or software or something that helps people. That's a huge benefit. As a reseller, you help people. If I remember this guy, he had a company, he had 13 employees, he laid off 10. There's only 3 of them. And he came in and bought this bunk bed set with these pissy mattresses for $78 for his kids because that's all he could afford. It was a sad moment, but it was like, there was a lot of times I gave shit away. I would literally go through the inventory and because we had little dots on stuff. So if it had a green dot, it was green dot, red dot, blue dot. So we would know how long stuff was there. And if it had a dot on it, well, it would just go over to the sales section. If it didn't sell, then eventually, if we had better product that came in, we just give it away. I remember one Saturday, I had loaded up one of the docks. There was bedroom sets, there was tape, there was all kinds of stuff. I just took pictures of it, put it on Craigslist free. People were coming from 50, 60, 70 miles away to get that free shit. This one couple, and it was this little dude and this girl, and they came in a truck. She was pregnant, and he called me. He's like, on my way. I'm on my way. Don't sell it. Don't give it away. I mean, it was just, to me, it was a ratty ass bedroom set. To them, it was new furniture. So that, there was certain feelings that came with that. But you can't give a lot of, I mean, like literally just bam, here, have it. It's yours. No charge, no store. No, just get the stuff out my warehouse so I can unload those other 2 trucks with the good shit. So there was that benefit. But as a creator, you have the confidence and I don't even know how to put a word on it, that no matter what, once you get over on, let's just be really, really clear. Once you have success as a creator, once you have one success, then you have another one, because I would say I've had about 5. The first book, then some courses. I've had 5 successes as an online creator. Or count the YouTube channel, maybe 7, maybe 10, if I look at the thing objectively. So I'm real comfortable with being uncertain, with putting out a product. And once again, I don't care if it fails. I look at that as feedback. It's like, okay, that didn't work. Maybe the artwork sucked, the title sucked, the audience was too fucking broad. These are the problems you have as a creator once you get past an initial hump. And then you have this freedom. And another benefit to being a creator is when you meet someone brand new and you say, look, I've created this online course and I have this school. Wow. You're doing that? Now, that's something that kind of caught me by surprise, because I get more of that than I did from the book. And then once you like, I've written a book, I've had these online courses. When you get that kind of just people just like, wow, people want to talk to you. They just want to, you become very, very fucking interesting by being a creator. Very, very fucking interesting. So now let's jump into the how, the mechanics. I mentioned earlier, maybe because I was doing something else, I'll start from the beginning. If I repeat myself, that's good, because you'll get it again and again. First thing is, you have to believe that you can do it. That's one of the hardest bricks to pick up. It is hard as hell to pick that up, because when you are in the mindset, and I've talked about this, and this is tribalism. This is some stuff that I experienced, because I am the only one in my family on both sides who does this. I'm it. So you have this tribalism. You got to go out and get a job. That is the Cameron Willingham Strode. That's, even though my grandfather owned the barbershop, that kind of got lost. But that's the template. That's the thing. And if you ain't doing that, you're doing it wrong. Except my Aunt Bunny. She's 97 years old. She appreciates it. She's really, really sharp. She's really sharp, because when I told her, she's like, oh my goodness. Wow. So when you are dealing with that, that's the hardest thing. And I can't help you cross that, because I get people who are just like, well, how do you, it's like, fuck the family and do what you're going to do. That's too harsh. I was like, you can't need their approval and then validate yourself. You must validate yourself or seek their approval. You can't do both. And once you validate yourself, that's another freedom. That's almost another dimension of life. So that's the first step. You got to believe you can do it. Number 2, you have to realize you will fail. You will put something out and people are like, I don't like it. Or you may put something out and it'll be just gangbusters. It'll be over the top crazy. It'll be awesome. You put that out there. So there's that potential to do that, to create big things, great things. It's there. And then another thing that is permissible is time. Now, I'm going to say it's a little different because with all of the online resources, there's so much help on how to write a book, how to create videos, how to create online courses. How there's so much help and collaboration. Even if you're broke, there's no excuse. I'll give you one. Go to Pat Flynn's Smart Passive Income. Go to the podcast and just start listening. Pat Flynn was doing this podcast with Lewis Howes, and they were talking about webinars. And they laid out step by fucking step what you need to do. So I did it, and I didn't get the results. So I went back to the podcast and I listened again. I went to run ahead and try it again. Got better results, went back, and I realized that I missed 2 steps. So when I got all the steps together, I made $7,000 in a week from a free podcast. Now, this is what's really interesting about that I just told you where it is. I just told you we'll give you step by step, and I just told you it's for free, and 99.8% of you are fucking not going to do it. Not going to do it. Because see, it's not the price tag, it's the effort tag. It is the cost of effort, your time, your attention, that and your emotions, the investment of your hopes and dreams into that's the big cost that you don't want to pay. It's not money. It's not money. That's what the thing is. That's what the problem is. And I'll tell you another one. If you go to Marie Folio, tons of information. Go to her videos, answer questions and stuff. You go to Pat Flynn's blog. You got Lewis Howes stuff. Even Ramit Sethi has a bunch of information out there will help you rock out. Now, the thing is, one of the things about success, and it's going to be really hard for many people to grasp because of the resell, it clouds your mind because you know that if you get that one great buy, you can have a great day, great month, great year, or a lifetime if you really get a good buy. That it's kind of like, you know what? I know this, like being a successful reseller is like being a successful stripper. Once a woman has successfully stripped and made more money in one night than she would make with any of her other skills in a week, it's hard to let that shit go. It's hard to let that shit go, even though I don't know. Are there millionaire strippers? I don't know. I don't engage or indulge in the pastime, so I don't know. I would assume a lot of them make 60 to 100,000 a year, working, less than 40 hours a week. But see, there's a shelf life on that. So this is the thing that you're just like strippers, just you're not missing. There's a shelf life because see, Redneck Picker put this out years ago. He's got a video called "The Others Are Coming," and yesterday I was I was watching the news. And I saw that people were abandoning animals all over the place. They were saying that, there's so many that are abandoned, but the number has gone up. And also crime has gone up. And people are invading nicer neighborhoods with larceny. Like there was this new special where these criminals were taking people's tires, all of them, tires and rims, and leaving their cars up on blocks. And the crime rate's going up. People are abandoning animals. How much money does it cost to feed a dog? I mean, what, maybe $300-400 a year? I don't have a dog. I don't know. You're seeing signs that the economy is not good. So as you're being a reseller and all this information is out there, many more people are coming because they have to. The economy is not as good as you think. For many people, there's some people that can go out, quit their job today, and before the day is over, have another job because they got those kind of skill sets. That ain't you, boo. That ain't you. So by avoiding that, when the others come, because they're coming, because they have to, And this is something else. And this is, I said the probably in 10 years, you're not going to be able to find all these awesome deals in thrift stores. And this is why thrift stores operate on the concept of abundance. I know people will die, they'll get rid of the stuff, they'll donate it. That's going to happen. But see, this is something else. Read another article that student loans has forced like the Walton situations where you have 2 and 3 generations of families under the same roof because nobody can afford to live alone anymore because student loan debt. This one couple has $1,700 a month student loan debt, and they still got another 10 years to go. So you got less jobs, more crime, high student loan rate. You have all these things that are happening that are creating this mess that I see that's going to impact a lot of people. There are many people with student loans who are going to have to create a side hustle to live. Or they're going, and the thing is, it ain't even about messing up your credit. See, student loans don't just mess up your credit, they can mess up your life, because you default on those bad boys, they can come take your job, they can come take your check, they can repossess your car. Yes, they can. And if your mother and father co-sign on your student loans, they are garnishing senior citizens' Social Security checks for student loans. Don't believe me? Look it up. This is real. This is happening. So you have all of these ingredients for this really wicked recipe that if you don't start doing something real different today, there's a very good chance next year or 5 years, because I expect this thing to happen in the next 5 years. It's already happening. It's become the new norm that many people don't talk about it, that you are going to be behind the 8 ball. You're going to be behind the 8 ball. So that's how you make money online, by becoming the creator, getting over yourself. Stop looking at something new as being so impossible, so incomprehensible, because like many folks here, I was a storage auction dude. I was happy with it, was making great money, enjoying myself, getting good units. Stuff was like Christmas Day, looking at all this stuff. Then I got put in a position where I had to reevaluate my life. Had some health issues, was laid up in the hospital. And I was like, I can't be a resale dude when I'm sick. And honestly, it scared the shit out of me. Scared the shit out of me. I don't know if you've ever been sick. And one asshole made fun of me being in the hospital. And I looked at that, and unfortunately, he's catching all that hate because he planted them hate seeds. Every time the motherfucker puts up a video, hundreds of dislikes, hundreds. And it's just like, but that's just funny. But when you're in that position where you have to confront your own mortality, and you have to look at it, it's like, okay, clearly I cannot work this hard the rest of my life doing resale. Can't do it. No, can't do it. So what can I do? So I sat there, and that's why I made the decision to start, for the 3rd time, to write a book. It worked out. And then to create and to build. But if you do not at some point wake up and try to do that thing that scares you, at the end of your life, you're going to regret it. You're going to regret it. You're going to simply regret it. It's going to be horrible. You're going to have some very dark and lugubrious days in your later years in life, because it's out here. It's out here. You can make money. You can do these things, and you don't have to be locked into just one thing, because honestly, because of the information, because of the books, because of the template, yeah, you can get into resale and do that stuff. But during I was watching the videos, a lot of people are still failing with all of that stuff out there. They're still failing. They're not making money. They're not being able to successfully flip stuff on Craigslist. They're getting their FBA accounts suspended. Even with all of this information out here, with all of these groups, these tribes that are predicated for those singular disciplines, people are still failing, because resale is fucking hard done right. If you're saying resale is easy and you call it easy money, I think you're full of shit. I did it for too long. But going back to being a creator, and this is some stuff that's going to happen. I'm going to do how to develop an online course. I'll do that course probably 2016, maybe this year. I don't know. There's other things on the map. And this Thursday, I'm dropping a very short hustle course, a $25 hustle, as a response to what I watched. I watched a bunch of videos from resellers, and nobody talked about this. Nobody. And am I going to tell you what to buy? No. I'm going to give you a process that will make your business better and teach you how to grow it. It's real simple. This is what I used on Craigslist. Simple process. And nobody talks about it because what they do is hop from ideal to concept. There's no business plan. There's no vision. There's no creativity. I mean, seriously, right now on Craigslist, and I'm going to, just to prove a point, I want you to go to Craigslist right now, or when you watch this video, go to the auto section and go back, say 3-4 weeks, and email everybody that has a car listed. And I'm guarantee you, 70% of those folks will still have those cars. Because the thing is, because it's not relisted, because this is a trick I learned. This works on cars, a lot of stuff. Just find a section of Craigslist, go back 3-4 weeks, hit everybody up. I mean, send out, massive emails, 50, 60, 70, 80 emails. Do you still have this? And then you start hitting them at the ankles. I know you asking 300, would you take 150? Now, this is something else I learned from experience. Do this close to the end of the month when mortgages, rents are due. Your success rate will be even higher because they need that money because they don't have no fucking savings account. Now, so seriously, just pick any section and just go there and see how many people still have that stuff. Then after the folks who come in and say yes, 50% offers or whatever they ask for. Like, hey, I'll give you this. Just boom, 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 boom. If you have enough volume, that's called a funnel, you're going to make money. You're going to make money. Nobody talks about that because they've never done it. They've never done this shit. They don't know. And that's an old one. And if you do it every day of the week, 5 to 7 days a week, you will make money. You will get killer stuff. And I'm not even reselling anymore, and I know this shit. So that's why I'm going to drop that course, and I'll get into all of that stuff. And it's just a process, and it's called a $25 hustle, and it's $25 pre-sale. Now, I understand that's more money than some people are comfortable spending. Like, oh, fuck, $25. Oh, God, I ain't going to be able to feed Kitty. But seriously, being a creator is one of the best things you can do for yourself. You can do for your family, because I'm going to talk about intellectual property more this week, because once again, if you look at intellectual property through the filter of a reseller, you're going to miss 90% of it, because what your mind is predicated on is, got it, flip it. No investment, no building, no research, buy it, flip it, buy, flip, buy, flip. And that's a very physical world. And yeah, you can hire employees, and then you're going to have workers' comp and all this other insurance, which will decimate your profit margins. Because have you ever noticed that a lot of thrift stores are only a certain size? And then the ones that are huge are usually chains or corporations. There's a reason. There's a reason. So for those of you who are still here, let me break down some stuff for you, because people want to know, and I will give it to you. Everything is below the video. So if you want to trick out, this is the $1,000 deal. This is everything on Hustlers Kung Fu plus a kick-ass sword. That's every course that's here. And I will go through all the courses. More courses are coming. So you get everything for that. And I'm going to offer a payment plan. I'll put that, I think it's already up. I'm not sure, but it's $99 a month for 12 months. No, 10. It's $99 a month for 10 months. So if you can't get in for the full 1,000, you can start with 99 bucks and get this and other stuff that is coming. And there's a lot that is coming, but that's the deal. So if you want to just pay boom 1,000, get everything else. And I'm probably going to do some bonus items. I'm not going to say what they are exactly, but I am going to bless some people with some nice bonus items. So all of this information for hustlerskungfu.com is under the video. This is going to kick off a little bit more. And this is the granddaddy course. This is a middle course. This is more toward resellers. This, people love this course. This teaches you how to handle your money. I'm gonna say something, and I'm gonna open this up. This is probably one of the best courses I ever done, because it can help anybody with any of these concepts of making money. Just a few. I had a comment not too long ago where someone who took the course, who has rental property, and they started segmenting their money the proper way, and they had some unexpected rental property repairs, and they were like, good. Because see, this is the thing, and this is just, you need to have a savings account as a hustler. You need to have some money, some assets, some reserves somewhere as a hustler. You cannot live from deal to deal. That is incredibly stressful. And when you fail and you have no fallback reserves, it's going to bite you in the ass. So that's what I'm saying. But once again, everything is below the video or on the annotation or the eye. So if you want to be part of the hustlerskungfu.com family, be sure to get a hold of this special, which ends November 6th. So with that, I will see you good folks later.